Hello and welcome to a special, it's not really special, a special start time maybe of
Mhm.
the hell's this show called Game and Talk. This is episode 55. I'm
Ooh.
RGT, joined as sometimes by Josie. Josie, how we doing?
Hi, I'm good. I'm happy to be here. I feel like I'm pretty consistent. The internet has been screwing me over lately.
It should lead for an interesting time. Don't worry, I have backup plans. I have a pro wrestling loot box here. My Halloween costume also came in. So when she inevitably disappears, we do have stuff to talk about. Um, I also hit my elbow in the shower today because I have a sliding door thing.
Mhm.
I hit it really hard and it hurts. So if you see me messing around with my elbow, that is why. I don't want to try Gemini and Google Chrome. Thank you. Shout outs to Cinders Blue, Spyro Jones, some channel members in the building.
Ooh.
Hope everyone is doing well. What do you want to talk about? Because I mean, you know,
We could
Coco
talk about the
Melon.
baby Nintendo. Yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna be.
Cocomelon.
I didn't give a shit. Shout outs to Hindsight with Hustle. Hope
Woo!
you've been well,
Let's
brother. Thank you for
go.
becoming a channel member. Um, yeah, that was a good Xbox video that I made for this afternoon. I saw this and I was like, I can't say that I really care about it. And then to see a bunch of people freaking out about it, I was like, okay, that's cool. And then they showed today, so there was a baby and a mother and stuff moving around. I was kind of hoping for a demonic possession or something like that,
Mhm.
Take
Very
just that
Nintendo.
take that hard turn and go in a different direction with it. You know, creepy babies are kind of a staple of horror movies and stuff like that. But no, it ended up being Pikmin.
Yeah, that
And
was pretty exciting. I mean,
why?
to a degree. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it means.
I
But,
think it
like,
I mean, doesn't it just mean, hey, here's a Pikmin short?
is yeah, maybe. I think, like, the excitement from everybody was just trying to read into, like, maybe this is a teaser for some new something, and then it was kind of fun for, like, yesterday to speculate on, like, "Oh, is it Mario Galaxy related?" Because a lot of people were like, "The baby looks like baby Rosalina," which I did not think it did. But then they were playing Pikmin music, so then other people were like, "Oh, is it Pikmin?" And then it got announced that it was or revealed that it was Pikmin, which is sick. But yeah, I
But
don't think it means anything. I'm assuming they're just, those Pikmin shorts that they did like a
mhm.
couple of years ago. I'm assuming they're just doing some new ones.
Yeah. And I don't know. I didn't want to talk about it because I don't know, talking about a mother and a child or something. It just felt a little weird to me. And then it was Pikmin, so it's like, oh, not only would it feel a little bit weird to me, but I also don't care because I'm not a Pikmin guy. Just
What?
yeah, I can never get into them.
Have you played 4?
I played the demo.
You didn't like it?
I didn't hate it, but it wasn't something that I wanted to play. I don't know. I remember messing around with Pikmin 1 on the GameCube and I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. But I never got into it.
Huh. I don't
I
know.
mean, I
I heard
know.
all the hype about it, and then so I played Pikmin 3, and then I really liked it. But, like, I feel like you have to get into those games.
Yeah, I don't think they're bad. They're not for me. They don't, it's something that doesn't really entertain me. It's not, I don't know. It's kind of quirky. It's kind of like a chibi robo style thing
Yeah, it
where
is.
you're either into it or you're not into it. And of course, they have a very aggressive fan base, so I'm sure I'll
Yeah,
get
they do.
some, death threats over this. I don't care. It ain't the first time, pal. Um, but it's cool. It's fine. I don't think this means anything. I think they're just like, hey, here's some animation for you, pal.
But for the Pikmin canon, it does mean that the post-apocalyptic thing that they were going for a while is not a thing because there's humans, which the Pikmin people were freaking out about.
Well, yeah, humans can't see Pikmin, right?
Yeah, But also, well, you're right. So that's why the first one worked out. But the fact that there are humans in it at all is interesting because then everybody, like, it changes the canon of it. Because people thought it was like a desolate, thing where you were finding these random little, whatever, like the batteries and stuff, and it was like, I don't know, like 50 years removed from human population or whatever.
So people thought that it was a post-apocalyptic world for Nintendo just to come along and be like, "No, here's a baby."
Yeah, pretty much.
That would be kind of disappointing, though, wouldn't it? If you
It
were
gives
into that vibe.
Well, yeah, but it also gives more like potential for different situations now, like for the game to like take place in a house or something more so. And it did sort of in Pikmin 4. So they kind of already slightly retconned it, but it wasn't like you never saw people. So then now that we see people, it's like, whoa,
Is
holy
is the
moly.
pick is the Pikmin lore like the Legend of Zelda lore where there really is no lore,
Yeah,
but people just
probably.
kind of make it up as they
Probably.
go along, and they're like,
Probably.
this is the timeline," and Nintendo's like, "We just kind of do whatever with these, cool."
Yeah,
Um,
most likely. I mean, I feel like that's every franchise, right? Like Metroid is the same way kind of, right?
I don't know. I'm
Everybody's like,
playing.
"Oh, the Prime games take place in between these first two like series," and Nintendo's just kind of like, "Oh, we made a first-person shooter Metroid game."
You see, I have up here. I'm playing a Wii game right now, a Wii game that Reggie Fils-Aimé, your god. That we love Reggie. He didn't let me play. He didn't let any of you play it unless you're in Europe or Japan, and then you might have played it. So I'm
Captain
playing this.
Rainbow?
No,
Oh,
Disaster Day of Crisis, and I must say that this game and the first prologue, which lasts like 15 minutes, already much more story than your traditional Nintendo game. You're part of a like a rescue team, and you're on a volcanic thing, like rescuing hikers, and then your partner gets in trouble, and you try to save him, and he dies, and he gives you a memento of his compass to remember for his little sister gave it to him, and it was very important to him. And I'm very invested in this story already. And there's like some bioterrorism stuff. Like this was just a prologue, and I was like, wow, this is super cool. I
what's
wish
it
I
called?
could have played Disaster Day of Crisis. It only came out. It came out in Japan. It came out in Europe, and Reggie was like, "No, I don't want that game in America." Um, so I'm playing it on Dolphin. You could change it to run at 60 hertz. It forces PAL games to run at 60 hertz, which is what I'm doing. I have it upscaled to 4K. Looks pretty good, all things considered. But it's a very motion intensive game already. But like it's fine for the style of it. I don't feel like it detracts from the game. I think it actually adds to it because it's kind of it doesn't feel tacked on. It's not necessarily like a genre that exists. It's survival stuff. But yeah, super cool game. I'm definitely enjoying it much more than I would have enjoyed the Cocoa Melon Babies.
It's valid.
And
That one's published by Nintendo.
yes.
Oh, it's called. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
And they say shit too. There was a shit
Whoa.
bomb in the first 15 minutes. Reggie was like, "Nope, you can't play this, pal. You want to have this game? No, sir. No way. You're not getting this. I don't want this here." Danielle Valeriani, with a 4.99er. Thank you for the support, Valerie. Come on, guys, let's get it going here. Let's get some kick subs going. Let's get some. What's the new thing that Kick has? The
I don't
Kicks,
know.
I think it's called. It's like their money system. Um,
It's like TikTok live stuff.
no, it's kind of like bits, like 1,000
Okay.
bits on Twitch. 1,000 kicks is the equivalent to $10 or something. Like I don't know. I don't use Kick. I would never use Kick unless they paid me. Like if they gave me a bag, like Kick, Rumble, any of those things, you give me a bag, sure, I'll stream on there. I'm not going out of my way to do it on my own. Like I'm not
Yeah, to
established
a
on
to a
there.
worse platform. There's no need.
Right. Like if I'm going to take away from my main hub, I need an incentive.
Yeah.
Um
That's valid.
Coco Bellad. Spyro Jones, member for 15
Ooh.
months. Pikmin is a rare video game series where each game is better than the last. 4, 3, 2, 1. Josie, do you agree with that as the Pikmin expert on the panel right now?
I haven't finished 1 or 2. But I do think from what I've played, yes. I do agree. But I need to beat those games.
Yeah.
I just got busy with other stuff. The other game that's been out from Nintendo is Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, the pack. And before we say anything, I do have to say that Nintendo sent me that, so thank you so much.
Here we
But
fucking go. You and Jordan Fringe get the fucking game?
product provided by Nintendo. Yeah, thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty lit.
You
I
get
love
free
those
games.
games.
I get threats of lawsuits. Awesome.
You're old and grumpy. You gotta get some Gen Z in you. I think that's why they like me.
I don't think I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
It's too young. The
Okay.
age gap.
Whoa, that's not what I was saying. Jesus Christ. Also, like Gen Z is older.
No,
Like
like what?
I think it's like 26 through
Oh, yeah, we're good with that.
or it's like 28 even. I think it's 28 was like early Gen Z, and then late Gen Z I think is like they might still be in high school, but like
Yeah, no. I didn't show. I showed people how to set up an emulator, which is completely legal, and that video did very, very well for me. So in the end, I'm satisfied. But yes, Josie got free video games from Nintendo.
Thanks, Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, I have loved Super Mario Galaxy and well, not 2 as much, but the first one, like I absolutely loved Super Mario Galaxy and I grew up with that game and played it on the Wii forever. So I was happy to play it again. I obviously the pricing of their pricing structure is not ideal and I think it's kind of insane. But yeah.
Cinder's Blue with a $4.99. Get that Nintendo Green, Josie.
Thank you.
Now we can ask that as well. Have you played the Mother 3 English dub?
I have not. I haven't even beaten Earthbound, so there's a lot in that realm that I have to jump on. I was thinking about doing like an Earthbound stream and maybe starting with that first one, the NES one. I don't remember. Beginnings.
Oh, Beginnings. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did not get a free product. I had to pay $40 US for Super Mario Galaxy 2, as I already own Galaxy 1 on the Nintendo Switch, and that's good enough for me. I never played Galaxy 2 back in the day, and it's good. I like it, but I don't love it. And I think it's because of the controls. I was hopeful that this was like a Skyward Sword thing where they would come up with some sort of alternative for me, because much like Skyward Sword, I never finished Skyward Sword on the Wii because I got tired of the controls. On the Switch, I was cool with the controls. Obviously, they weren't the best in the world, but it worked. And I got through that game and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And with Galaxy 2, like I tried everything in my power. I tried everything in my power to not play it like a Wii game, which is ironic because I'm playing a Wii game right now, but I couldn't do it. And I kind of was just like, like you could have came up with something like handheld mode is just like I don't know.
Don't they have you can't so you wouldn't be able to use the I haven't played it with
Pro controllers. No, you still have gyro with Pro controller.
Okay, so you would be using the gyro there for the pointer, basically. Yeah, that's their solution.
And like with it's not as bad when Yoshi isn't involved, but when Yoshi is involved, it's like you have to, like the first boss that you fight in the game. Like the first time I played it, I did everything in my power to try and not play it like a Wii game. And like Yoshi, for whatever fucking reason, just his tongue kept grabbing the little lip, and I would just fly off the map. And I'm like, I didn't do that. And then the second I just attached the Joy-Con and started doing it like that, it beat it in 2 seconds. I was like, all right. The casual noob gamer, RGT85, wants to put Gen X in Gen Z. Get it right. I can't.
No
I
more.
can't.
We're done.
Look. If they give money, I mean, it continues, pal. Yeah, like I think when you go back to motion controls, there's a reason why it didn't become the standard, which once again, very ironic because
Mhm.
I'm playing Wii stuff back there. But the Wii stuff that I'm playing is either games that like okay, Disaster Day of Crisis, going back to it, it's built around the motion controls. It actually adds a little bit to the game. I'm also replaying through Resident Evil is it Umbrella Chronicles, the first one that came out. It's a light gun game. So it's like it's perfect for that. Like those are the kind of games that I'm checking out. Games that I think actually benefit from having the motion controls. Whereas a platformer, it's kind of like I don't need motion control. I don't need to waggle something around
Yeah.
in a platformer that's an established thing. So like I think it's better than Super Mario Sunshine. I like it more than that, but I wouldn't. I don't know how on my hierarchy, like Galaxy One, I still think is more special because it was the first, and I actually played that back in the day and beat it.
Mhm. Yeah, I really love those games. I don't think I don't remember if I beat 2 or not when I was a kid. I know I had it, but that was just, like, my cousins had it, and it was at the end of, like, when I was playing the Wii. Um, but I felt like there was a little bit of an over-reliance on Yoshi in those games. Like, I just felt like he was, like, the thing that, like, was supposed to set that game apart from Galaxy 1, and then it just kind of, like, they really leaned into it a little too hard for me.
I do like the fact that there's no hub world, that it's
Oh, you
just
like that?
yeah, like I mean, I don't really need a hub world if it doesn't really add
That's fair.
anything to the game. I felt so.
Yeah, I guess it's quicker.
Have you noticed any since these games are fresher in your memory? Have you noticed like what do you think about the visuals of the game?
Uh, I haven't noticed any. I mean, they look fine to me. They don't look, like, obscenely beautiful, but I don't notice anything bad necessarily. I know there was some stuff floating around where people were annoyed about some textures or something. I saw that on Twitter,
Yeah.
but I don't really remember what that was, and I don't know, like, even generally, I'm not the biggest graphics person unless it's egregious, and I thought these were fine.
Yeah, it's I guess if you've never played it, your money could go to worse things, but I don't think it's a must buy by any stretch of the imagination. Um,
I think it's a
especially
must buy if you haven't played them. Like, I feel like you have to play these games. Like, they are kind of Galaxy is, like, one of the I think, the best 3D Mario.
okay, that's nostalgia talking. Celia is planning a wedding all week. Not hers. So keep giving that simp money. Um, I disagree. I think you need to play Galaxy 1. I don't think you need to play Galaxy 2.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair.
And if you and really, you know, hopefully you have the 3D All Stars collection because as far as it gets, it's a little bit better. It's a little bit prettier, but I don't necessarily think. I think if you've played Galaxy 1 and you haven't played Galaxy 2, unless like Galaxy 1 is your favorite Mario or like top 2, I think you're okay skipping out on Galaxy 2.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I think it depends on, like, your personal enjoyment of, like, especially the controls, because that's just something that you're gonna unfortunately have to adapt to, and even, like, playing it on the Switch, like, because I re-beat, Galaxy 1 when it came out in the collection, and then going back to it even now, like, balancing the pointer controls and thinking about that and also thinking about moving your character, it's just, like, it's a Wii game for sure. So, I think, yeah, unless you love those games and really like that control scheme, I don't know if you're gonna like 2 that much. Also, I felt like his move set was kind of stiff. like Mario's. Like he doesn't move as like
As
fluidly.
fluid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed
Like
that too when I was playing. And you know what it is? It's like you can't like spam a jump, you
yes,
know?
that's what exactly. Yeah.
I noticed that when I was playing it and I was like, well, maybe that's just how this game is. So I'm not gonna bring it up. But I definitely noticed that because there were
Yeah.
times where I was like, I feel like I should have jumped here.
Yeah, or like even like the forward jump thing that you can do where he leaps across, like there's like a weird buffer in between being able to do that and then like do a second one. You have to wait like a weird amount of time. I wonder
Right,
if it's
yeah.
just like the gravity mechanic of it, like them trying to figure out Mario's moveset on top of the physics of that.
Cinder's Blue, Galaxy over Sunshine is absolutely correct. GameCube Uber Allies. Or Uber Ales? Or did you mean allies? Cinder's likes Sunshine more than Galaxy. The casual noob gamer, no. Play Galaxy 1 and 2 in handheld with touch controls? No. No. Now I have to take my hand off of the system, my $500 system, potentially dropping it? No, sir. You're crazy. No touch controls. There's a reason why touch controls did not become the standard. What are the worst Legend of Zelda games? DS ones. Truly epic YZ with a $4.99. I'm hoping we get Wii for NSO and Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 can be played with actual Wii controllers made for the Switch. I think
That would be awesome. But
there's a chance. I mean, you can literally the emulator that I have up there is a GameCube / Wii emulator. You know, it's for both. So it's not like you are oh, that's a good point though. So they charge $80 for the Wiimote and 50 for a nunchuck. No thanks. You might get them both. You might get them both for 120. That'll be the package deal, and it'll come with Wii Sports. Because Reggie,
yeah.
did you know that about Reggie? He was like, I want Wii Sports in there,
Yeah. Well,
but he
I
didn't want
just feel like
Disaster Day of Crisis.
I
That
feel
should
like
have
they
been a
wouldn't put
packet
it
game.
that would be crazy. I feel like they wouldn't put it on NSO, like Wii, not because like not being able to, but for the because they can just keep remastering and remaking these games and making more money off of it that way,
I
right?
think they might because you got to remember they put Super Mario 64 on NSO, but it's also
True,
the
I
3D
guess.
All Stars collection. You know, it just wouldn't have the fancy bells and whistles. Like it would be upscaled, but it wouldn't be upscaled to the point of where this collection is or something like that.
Yeah.
Carlos, new channel member. Thank you,
Woo!
broski. Appreciate you.
Certified gamer.
Oh yeah, there you go.
um, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like would you think they would come out with NSO for Wii and then continue to just port and remaster or not remaster, yeah, I guess remaster just like random Wii games? Because I feel like that just like loses revenue for them
if
business
necessary.
wise.
But I mean,
Okay.
it's kind of the balance that Game Pass is kind of in. But no, like I think you could do it with because if you want Metroid 3, which
Mhm.
by the way, they're really not going to have Metroid Prime 2 and 3 come out before Metroid Prime 4, which is
So crazy.
so crazy. Um, you satisfy handheld, not D-brand, and you won't drop. Actually, they fixed that, casual noob gamer, and that was one of the. I think that was one of the most weirdest things. Like, yes, but no. Like, I think the way the D brand handled it was not very good. Which I made a video on that. But like, if you're gripping your thing like this with one hand, like I don't know, man, you're just kind of asking for trouble. I think. But like, I think like you could do a Metroid Prime 3. Um, and there's always going to be people that want the other version. If you did okay, so take um
Yeah, I guess that's
fuck's the
true. So
name of the game? The fucking Zelda game. Why can't I think of the name of it? I'm having a
Wind
total
Waker,
no, the other one.
Twilight
Twilight
Princess.
Princess. Twilight Princess. you could easily be like, here. Oh, you could actually do the GameCube version too. But then you could be like, here's the Switch version, here's the GameCube version, here's a remastered version. So,
Yeah.
Carlos
Whoa.
with a big $50. Thank you,
Wow,
Mr. Support,
Carlos.
Carlos. I never had a Wii, so I'm excited to play these games for the first time. Also, big fan of the podcast. Thank you, Carlos. Yeah, like if you've never played them before, it's definitely something to check out. If you never had a Wii,
Might
you're
be
gonna
tough to
have
adapt to.
yeah, you might have a little bit of a issue with the controls at first. Find whatever's comfortable for you. Whether it's using a Pro controller, whether it's using a Joy-Con as the pointer, whether it's in handheld mode or something like that. It can be a little bit weird, but yeah, they are really good games, especially the first one. The second one, maybe they didn't. The second one is just kind of more of the first.
Yeah.
Zach Mack with $1.99. Who wins in a fight, Brett or DSP? I would
Brett.
say Brett. Like I feel like Brett has probably Brett. He's short, and that's the only thing that he has going against him. He's like Josie's height. He's like 5'6", 5'7", or something like that.
I'm
Maybe
not
5'6".
that would be so tall if I was 5'6".
You're not 5'6"?
I'm 5'3".
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I think you're taller than that. When's the last
I
time
might
you
be
got?
I went to the doctor's like 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
I'm 5'4" on a
Cinders
good day.
Cinders Blue with a $4.99er. Metroid Prime remasters will be announced when Nintendo does a dedicated Metroid Prime 4 Direct this fall.
You're praying, Cinders.
Maybe. I don't know. They're kind of busy. They gotta do these animated shorts, Coco Melon, for the Pikmin. So
yeah, right.
I don't know. And you got to remember, we also still have another Kirby Air Riders Direct to come.
Oh my god, yeah. Their release schedule this year has been so weird. Just like with directs mostly, like they just
It
come out
feels
of
a little
nowhere.
unorganized.
Yeah, it does. It feels like they're like, "Oh shit, we can throw this one here," and like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, arcade one-ups. What would be the first must buy? I would say a Street Fighter. I actually just bought the stupid WrestleFest. Should be coming in the next couple of days. I'm already disappointed with it because they got rid of 3 people in it, and I don't think there's any replacements, which is going to change the core game. But what are you going to do? I'll make the video on it. Is there anything? What else is going on with it? I've been talking about Xbox all week because that's been the hot topic. Oh, I played Yooka Replay.
Oh, how was that? I'm very intrigued.
So it's a lot better than the original game was. It is 30 frames on the Switch too. It doesn't bother me that much though, because with me in 30 frames, it's the style of the game. A sports game,
Totally.
I can't really do it. A platformer, that's fine. You get used to it after like a minute or so. I do think this will be a game that does get performance increases on the Switch too. I feel like this was probably a dev kit timing issue. It's definitely a lot better than the game was originally. It's only like $30 if you buy it digitally. There is some graphical issues with like not shadows, like smoke transparencies are kind of weird. But overall, it's very fun. Like, you essentially just get these pages, and the pages are kind of like your Super Mario 64 stars or whatever. You get X amount of pages, you open up a new world, but it's very open-ended in how you do things. You just kind of walk around the world and find the pages on your own, do little missions here and there.
Cool. So it's like a
you know,
sandbox 3D platformer, right?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, you have sandbox areas that are put in there. And the thing I actually like the most is something that I think most people will miss out on. It takes the original soundtrack, but it makes it orchestrated, and it sounds so much better to me. Like, I absolutely thought the soundtrack was much better. I have a video about it if you want to see. The devs did say they were looking into a 60 frames patch post launch. There you go. Yeah, if you get it up to 60, I'm not gonna say you know, I like it would be better, but I don't think it's necessarily like terrible at though. Like if you're looking for something new to play on your Switch 2, like you could do worse than that for sure. The casual noob gamer. I'm 5'6" with my neck dropped. Otherwise, I'm 5'10". That's a giraffe ass neck. Casual noob gamer. Oh, you're being serious. Hopefully surgery on 1022 fixes it. I don't know if you're being serious. If you're being serious, I hope surgery goes well.
Yeah.
I might have to get surgery on my elbow. This fucking thing is bothering me still. Josh Carlos with $1.99. Arch T, better promo. Jake the Snake or Piper? Oh, Jake the Snake. Piper is good, but you don't know what I'm saying. He just like he gets crazy and stuff like that, whereas Jake was just like cold and calculated. You remember that shit? I remember my mom made me stop watching wrestling for a little while during the Jake the Snake Ultimate Warrior Trust Me thing, where they like locked him in the coffin and stuff like that. Yeah, I was watching that. My mom was like, nope, you're not watching this anymore. And I was like, what the fuck? This is bullshit.
What's happening in Xbox right now?
All the Game Pass stuff.
I've barely heard of it. I haven't been on my phone.
Price increase of Game Pass, adding in stuff that nobody cares about, removing features. I made another video today because it's just a very weird situation that I think is being handled very poorly and is kind of indicative of where the brand is right now. And it's not great. It's not looking very promising. And of course, the usual suspects, the Xbox influencers are running PR when it's like, just stop. Like, just look at the writing on the wall here. Don't worry. We have activities.
Okay.
I have a pro wrestling loot box that we can do an unboxing of. Let me see if there's any current Nintendo news that's worth talking about. Do you care about the sales? Do you care about sales? It's selling well. Trending 77% ahead of the aligned sales of the Nintendo Switch. That's good.
Go.
I mean, to be fair, the Switch wasn't exactly the fastest start because people still had that Nintendo like with the Wii U.
Also, it wasn't stocked anywhere. It was so hard to get.
And, the games, took a little bit of a rollout. Nintendo is suing someone for $4.5 million from a Switch piracy Reddit mod.
Oh,
to be fair, though, as much as I hate that kind of stuff, they did warn him, and he was just like, nope. And they were like, okay, you're getting fucked, buddy.
Do you think they're gonna did you see the thing from the US government where they used Pokemon?
They're not gonna do anything.
What? That's when they should use their power and fucking sue. All this stuff.
Doug Bowser, what are you talking about? Doug Bowser fucking gave him a thumbs up behind the scenes. And then,
no way.
Yeah, you never know.
I don't think so.
Cinders Blue, $1.99. Drop neck. Get better, bro. Sounds awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
That does. Probably 7 Eastern. I'm not sure. But yeah, the system is selling well. Obviously with the holidays coming up, I think it's also selling. It's still outpacing the PlayStation 4.
Good.
Yeah, because it technically could be considered parody. So you could technically do a cease and desist, but time for the box.
Wait, I played the DLC for Donkey Kong Bonanza. Product also provided by Nintendo, but I loved it. I thought it was so good. Have you played it?
Yeah, I made a
Emerald
video on
Rush?
it. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think it's fine. I think it should have been an expansion pack though,
Yeah, that's fair.
because you only get one new area and then you're just doing everything in the same area where the gold is turned into emerald.
Yeah, but there's like other emerald areas within the base game. There's just not extra new areas, right?
Right. Yeah, but
So,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's fine if you're a fan of Donkey Kong. I definitely think like I don't necessarily regret my purchase, and I did like fucking around on DK Island. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
But uh, I think you could have put that in the expansion pack along with also charging it for $20. Like, just my opinion.
Yeah, I do think it was kind of insane that it wasn't included with NS. I mean, I guess they haven't done that for like any of the DLC though, right?
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah, but not for the Switch too. Like we've had so much DLC with Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Jamboree TV, and none of that has been included.
Which is kind of a conversation in and of itself. But I also think when you have so much DLC coming out, you don't want everything to be in there. But like to me, I think one of the three should have been included. And
Yeah,
yeah,
totally.
Jay Arthur said those are also Switch 2 editions, whereas this is a Switch 2 base game.
Yeah, true.
And pretty quick turnaround time there on that DLC when meanwhile Mario Kart World is
Yeah,
like a
4
shriveled
years
up
later.
Sahara. It's like, well, okay, that should be the game where you're adding, we added more UFOs. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, they got to do something to that game. I feel like it's just like completely lost all of its momentum.
So I'm going to go ahead and say this is already the best box that I've gotten from these people because the
What'd you
shirt
get?
is a Hulk Hogan inspired shirt. Who's the third man? Dropping the leg on Randy Savage. Excellent shirt. Excellent. Next up, we have a cup. Cappuccino Jones signed cup. He's an up and coming wrestler.
Cool.
We have.
Did you buy this or did they send you these?
Nah, it's like $35 a month.
Okay.
CM Punk book. He's all right, I guess. Not a huge fan of the punker. And then we have our autographed 8x10. Who do you think it is, Josie?
I'm gonna go with Grave
Okay, this is
Digger.
cool. The fucking
that's a monster truck.
Undertaker. Oh wait, we also have a pin, and it's a Hulk Hogan pin. Yep, best box.
I don't know anything. Oh, Logan Paul.
Mr. Iguana. I fuck with a Mr. Iguana signed 8x10. And that's the box. I'm very pleased. This will be a shirt that will be added into my rotation. I like the pin, and I like the autographed 8x10. The other stuff, Does Fire Emblem Path of Radiance have the Maniac mode that's missing? God, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Yeah, the Pikmin thing was just a little.
It's just a short.
For now, I mean, I guess there could technically be something else to it, but I don't necessarily.
It'd be cool if they would like make that more of a series and like, because it's just like every like 7 years or something they get a new game. So it'd be nice if we got a consistent rollout of it.
I mean, you gotta what's the gap from Pikmin 3 to Pikmin 4 versus Odyssey to 3D Mario?
Yeah, true, totally.
Metroid Prime 3 to Metroid Prime 4.
Right. I mean, it's not like a struggling series, but it would be cool if it could get like almost Kirby treatment in a way.
But don't you
Being
think
good.
Kirby might be a little bit overexposed at this point?
Oh yeah, I
Like,
do. Kirby's out here doing a lot, but I'm just like half those games if they would have just or like even like a couple of them if they ended up being Pikmin spin-offs or something like that, it could be cool.
how do you do a Pikmin? What do you do for a Pikmin spinoff?
2D platformer. 3D 3D like normal Pikmin game and then 2D platformer type vibe. I mean, they did it with Hey Pikmin kind of, but it just wasn't great.
And that, my friends, right there is why we should be missing handheld gaming. Because
I do.
what did Hey Pikmin cost you versus $70 for a 2D
Right.
Pikmin platformer? You know?
Yeah, that's bad.
Um it's a wild world out there.
If Nintendo were to go back to they won't, but if they were to split it again, what do you think they'd come up with for a handheld console?
No, they wouldn't. I mean, I don't even because everyone is trying to chase what they're doing. I mean, allegedly Xbox had a handheld that has now been canceled. You still get the Xbox
ROG Ally.
Asus ROG coming out. I might be getting one of those sent to me. I don't know.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, somebody got one already. I'm not going to name names,
Yeah.
but his hairline is running away from his forehead. Um, and then you have allegedly what PlayStation is doing, but I mean, so much of that PlayStation stuff just seems, I've heard everything from it's a $600 PS6 to now it's $1,000 PS6. Do you really want to have all these SKUs and shit out there confusing people? This, that, and the other. Did the Xbox Series S really work out all that well for Microsoft having that distinctly cheaper option? Do people want a distinctly cheaper option in terms? I mean, I guess you could say the Switch Lite, did work, but I don't know. I think it depends. It definitely depends on the platform. When you talk about PlayStation, when you talk about Xbox, they're graphic heavy systems.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's nothing really Nintendo would do to like set themselves apart if they went back to those home
Right.
and handheld thing. Yeah.
Uh
It
with
was
Nintendo
like
Switch 2 carrying Circada for August, how will the haters spend the upcoming holiday season? Okay, here's the thing. You can't worry about these people. You can't worry about the diehard lovers who love everything. You can't worry about the people that hate everything. As long as you are happy, as long as you are satisfied, that's all that matters at the end of the day. It's
yeah.
not it's not good to go down these because then you end up defending everything and then you look kind of dumb. Or you end up hating everything and then you look kind of dumb. You have to be It's not fence riding. It's called taking a situation as it comes to you and then looking at that situation and then addressing the situation how you feel it needs to be addressed. You don't want to be a dick rider, but you don't want to be a dick hater.
You also don't want to waste your energy on something that isn't worth it. So like the conversations that you're going to get into with these people, they're usually just not worth it cuz they're not going to change their mind and
Right.
neither are you.
They just people
They
just
just
want to
want to
argue.
yeah, they just want to yell to the abyss and they have no they're not trying to see what you're saying or where you're coming from usually.
Valenhorn with a 4.99er. Oh yeah,
Woo.
RGT. Seen some Hulk Hogan storefront in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Yeah, they opened up a store there because evidently that's like a very big tourist area. Um, News to me. I guess it's near like Nashville though. And Nashville is kind of popping off near a micro wrestling place. Best wishes to your stepdad, Josie. Upgrade Amish internet. Yeah,
It's Ethernetted in now.
stepdad's been interesting. Um, yeah, your internet's been surviving here.
Yeah.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I
Thank you.
guess.
I've been
Oh, go ahead.
oh, I've been taking steps to try to fix it. Every single time something happens, I try to figure out what the main issue is and then address it. So now we're hardwired in. And ideally that's fixes it, but the internet here still gets fucky sometimes, so we'll see.
So what is the draw? It's near Gatlinburg, Smoky Mountain. Is it the mountains that is the draw? What is the draw to that part of Tennessee? I've never been to Tennessee, so excuse my lack of Tennessee
I wanna go to
knowledge.
Nashville. Is
I think
that's
that's a
in
lie.
Tennessee?
I've driven through Tennessee. Yeah, well, Nashville's like the country area. Dollywood. Have I been to Dollywood? I feel like no, I don't think I have. They said that she wasn't doing well, but now she's
She's
fine.
okay. My
Yeah.
goat. I love her.
You a Dolly Parton fan?
I am a huge Dolly Parton fan.
What do you like about Dolly?
I like her music, 9 to 5 kinda bangs, and the movies she's in are really good. I like that she's really transparent about her plastic surgery,
I mean,
and I like that
what's she gonna do? Like, yeah, these
well,
are
but
natural. What are you
no, no,
talking
no, well,
about?
obviously not, but, like, it was for the time, like, that wasn't a thing. People were constantly saying that that wasn't, like, lying about it, so it was cool that she was one of the first people to do that, and I think she's just a really cool person. She has this little book thing, like, where she sends books to kids every month. I don't know, it's cute. She does some cool stuff.
Now it's replaced with a wig factory. If you know,
No,
you know.
she still does it.
No, the World's Fair was in Knoxville in 1982.
Oh,
I like Jolene. I think that's a good song.
yeah, Jolene's a really good song.
Didn't Miley Cyrus cover it then?
Yeah, no, but she covered it with Dolly Parton, the 2 of it, 'cause Dolly Parton's her godmother.
Are you a Miley Cyrus fan?
I do, I like her. Well, I grew up with Hannah Montana, so
What'd you think of her ghetto phase? Did you
I
like
loved
her?
it.
Did you
I lo
really?
Yeah, dude, it was cool.
I thought it was very cringe. Are you from
Well,
Tennessee? Jorge thinks you might be from Tennessee.
I'm not.
Tennessee's a good song by Arrested Development. Tennessee, 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 Tennessee.
Well, while we're on music, have you listened to Taylor Swift's new album? I know
What
you're a
kind of
big
question is that?
Taylor Swift.
Do you know, I have a friend who bought like the signed CD, bought like 5 of them because it comes
What?
with like a picture inside. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Her new album is trash. I mean, I haven't liked her since I liked her when she was pretend country, but now that she's not even doing that, I just
All comments and thoughts and opinions of Josie Woah are representative of only Josie Woah. Swifties, please do not think that reflects upon me.
Swifties, I was a Swiftie, and then she just I don't know, I didn't like her folky era. I thought it was fine, but it wasn't like, I don't know, anything special. And then well, that okay, actually, that's probably gonna get me into a ton of trouble. People love those albums. I think they're good, and I have friends who like them, I just don't love them. And this album, I thought we were getting back to some poppy, like, crappy music that would be fun to dance to at least, and then she's like it's heinous. They're
You
so
think,
not good.
okay, casual noob. Welcome to 1980. Josie is definitely a
Thank you.
10 IC. Um,
Uh-huh.
you think Travis might have something to do with this?
Travis I don't like him. I think he's a little crybaby on the football field, so I'm not the biggest fan of that guy either, but
You think he might be influencing?
probably.
I think
She has nothing fun to sing about anymore though either, because now she's married, so, like, she can't sing about all the men that wronged her, because now she has a good guy, but then she's gonna sing about, like, their sex life, and that's not what she does, that's not Taylor Swift, so then she's, like feels like she's ripping off Sabrina Carpenter, and then it's just weird. It's not my thing, but I respect people I have a lot of friends who are big Swifties, and I love them dearly, so I respect it.
what'd you think of Travis's ghetto era?
I was not following him before he was dating Taylor Swift. And still don't follow him, but the only reason I ever heard about him was because of Taylor Swift.
It's a very good meme about like how he looked when he was dating this black chick, and then how he looked when he got with Taylor Swift. And it's like, what the, let's see,
Hmm.
where is? I don't know. It's
That's what I'm saying, Derek. Sabrina Carpenter is low-key very good. And then I don't know. It feels like Taylor saw that she was doing that little unhinged music, and then Taylor was like, "Oh, I need to get in there and do my thing." And it's just like her voice doesn't fit it, her vibe doesn't fit it. And then she chooses like the worst lyrics imaginable. Have you listened to that song Canceled? I'd play it if we didn't get DMCA takedown thing right now, but it's
I know you're
bad.
not talking about me.
No, it's called Canceled. The song is called Canceled.
No, I mean, I know you're not asking me if I have
Oh. Well, I don't know.
like look at look at this. Like dude doesn't have a real bone in his body. Like, what are we doing here, pal? Got the fresh lineup. Yeah, thugging it
He looks
out.
a lot better in the
And now
the
he's
orange
like,
hoodie.
I'm with a generic white girl. Like, come on, bro.
He looks so much better in the
Come
left.
on, bro.
It's crazy.
Cinder's Blue with the 999er. I cried when Dolly put her update video out today. I grew up in Nashville. I live here now taking care of my father, and I can't express how happy I am to hear y'all having this combo now. Hey, we like
I love
Dolly around
Dolly.
these parts. She's you
I
know?
don't know if Taylor Swift has a Dolly Parton vibe though. I don't think she does because she's not like that. Dolly felt like down to earth almost, and Taylor Swift feels like she never left high school and has nothing to talk about anymore except for
Why does she
Travis
still
Kelce.
like I guess something I don't understand about a lot of celebrities is it's like, why don't you just stop? Like, is it an ego thing? And
I think
like,
it's like a love of the art thing because I do think like a lot of celebrities put out some of their best music, or like musicians, they put out their best music when they're already famous. You know? What are you gonna
yeah, but
do at that point? Like, you're just gonna sit there, be bored, and do nothing. They don't play video games like us.
nah,
What are they gonna do?
you find a new hobby. Like,
Take
you
up
know,
Animal Crossing, Taylor.
okay. I agree, Cam. By a country mile. Like, I don't know. I don't think she's a very. She's just like. She's like a type of chick you see like stocking the shelves at Walmart or something in the South. Like, I don't know. Like, she looks kind of generic to me. Um, Celia is planning or organizing a wedding. Not her wedding though, Woody. So if you want to throw some money, some synth money, and we could tell Celia about it, that
Okay.
Woody Cole was definitely definitely looking for her. Excited for the upcoming NBA season? You got some new talent on your team. By new, I mean old talent because they're all a bunch of old men.
Who? I haven't been keeping up at all. I'll
Al
watch.
Horford. You
Oh.
got Al Horford now. He's like my age at this point. Who else signed with Golden State? Seth Curry is now reunited
Oh,
with his
yeah, I saw
brother.
that. I saw that.
He's gonna. I mean, he's a very good shooter, but a complete liability on defense.
Mm.
Should be a good season. You know, preseason is starting. The weather here is changing. It was very nice today. It was very warm the past couple of days because there was like a hurricane off the coast, East Coast or something. Now we're in traditional fall weather. I have my windows open, air conditioner turned off. 65 was the high today. Very
Wow,
nice.
it's cold.
No, this is my weather. Josie, careful with the unhinged Swifties.
I like Taylor Swift. I like her
What's
old stuff.
okay? Let me ask you because you might understand this.
I
So
grew up on her, to be
no, no.
honest, like
Oh, okay.
okay.
Uh, I'm saying like Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. They all have these diehard fans to the point of where like their whole social media existence is defending their favorite person. Why is that?
Well,
What is
it's the same with a lot of artists. Drake, Kendrick.
but what is the psyche that goes into it to where you devote your existence on a
I
platform or your existence in life almost to a certain degree to defending another person who doesn't know who the fuck you are,
No,
is
I agree.
never going to do anything for you, never going to give you a penny of their money. I don't understand it. Like,
I also
make
don't
your own
understand.
money.
I mean, yeah, I don't get it at all.
Giannis, the man who just said the only place I want to play is the Knicks. That Giannis, please, let's calm it down there, pal.
I don't know. It's probably kids or something, part of it, but
Is it? I don't know if it's children.
hopefully, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are just like terminally online, and it's really crazy.
Why don't where are my people that to do that for me? To promote me and stuff. Like, why I don't have people like that.
Yeah, maybe
What's
you
going
should.
on there?
You got to
I
get
feel
more
like I should.
famous. You're not famous enough. You got to
I
get
don't
more
want to get.
famous, but you
No,
better be careful because you might get canceled.
exactly. I'm very happy with where I am right now.
But you'd probably have some defenders if you got canceled. So then you'd probably see like
I mean,
I think it's just that.
I've kind of already been, people have tried.
Yeah. Well,
It's just kind of like,
I
what are
think
you gonna
people
do?
devote, a lot of times their hobbies, I guess, and their hobby is just going
Being
online, being an asshole to everyone around you and making it a problem. I mean, people do that for gaming companies all the time. You see all the Nintendo people, all the Xbox people, they defend every single move every single company makes, even though it's objectively bad or stupid. I think it's the same way in the music industry. It's just like one person instead of an entity of a company, you know?
What is this package that's coming on Monday? I don't know who this
Yum
is.
Yum says, I still defend RGT. Whatever he says is the law.
Hey, you know what? I respect that.
That's
Who
crazy.
are you? Oh, I think this is my WrestleFest cabinet because this is an Amazon company, so it'll be here Monday. Interesting. I like to check my email like once a day.
Okay.
That's
Casual
it.
Noob Gamer says, you got the journalist community behind you, RGT.
Yeah,
Oh, I did forget about that.
behind
Yeah.
me with a knife, ready to stab me. But you know what? Who had the last laugh? Me. Because what happened? Who was right? Me. Can we get a Spawn Wave diss track video?
Dude, we should. That'd be so funny. We should like start beefing like 2014 YouTubers. You know how they were all like throwing diss tracks after each other?
I beef with John every day of my life.
Yeah, but put it in a song and let me make a music video to it.
I've said the most horrible things to that man on a daily basis. But I always like when I say stuff like, I hope your house blows up. I always say I hope the women and children are not home and it's just you. Because then
So
they
look,
get the
Spyro
insurance.
says yeah, so wrap it.
They get the house insurance and they get the life insurance policy. So I'm looking out for the family. I'm just saying get rid of the moron,
Mm-hmm. So rap about it.
My rapper days are behind me.
What? You can get back into it.
I used to rap. I used to make mixtapes.
What?
Yeah, I used to make chopped and screwed mixtapes when I was in my early 20s. They were actually pretty decent too. Like I wish I still had one of those CDs because like
oh, is it lost? Like you don't have any of that stuff anymore?
No, that computer
sucks.
Was thrown away a long time ago. Those CDs are lost. No, there. I made I think 3 mixtapes, and
Or you know how funny it would be if we dropped a diss track on Spawn? That'd be so good. You should you should like make the music, whatever, and then I'll come with a big ass camera and we'll make a crazy produced music video for it for no reason.
Vampire Slayer 83. Big 1999er. Sean, it's a cult. Swifties and others like her fans are in a cult. Normies don't do that, so Xbox is really blowing it up. Yeah, start Nintendo. See, subscription gamer knows the vibes. But see, I want a cult. I love cults. I love watching videos and documentaries about cults. Jim Jones, Heaven's Gate. What was the one?
Don't say that you want a cult.
But I do.
No.
What's the one? Twin Flame. Did you watch that on Netflix? That was pretty good. It's like these two people who like find these vulnerable people who are looking for love, and then they're like you have a twin flame out there and it is your soulmate, and they like extort him for money and shit like that. It's
What?
it's it's very, very strange stuff, but it's
There's a
very
lot of
there's a lot of cults.
there's a lot of cults. It's really prevalent right now.
Yeah.
A
And
lot of cults.
I want a cult. All right,
And
folks. We're going to wrap up this main show. Join us for more talk on the after show. If you're a channel member, you have access to that. Did you make the post, Josie?
I am about to make the post, guys. So
I'm
we'll do
hoping
that.
John did the Patreon thing. Thank you to everyone who came through and chatted with us. Extra big thank you to Carlos Fierro with a big 50.
Yeah.
Vampire Slayer with 19.99, Cinders Blue with several donations, Valenhorn, Josh Carlos, Casual Noob, Truly Epic, Spyro Jones, Hindsight with Hustle, Danielle, and I think Yum Yum Game, and EJST. You guys are awesome. We'll be back in 2 weeks, hopefully with some interesting stuff to talk about. I don't know if Celia is going to stream this week. I would assume not, but maybe she will. And if she does, make sure you check that out. And we will see you on the after show.
Bye. Thank you, guys.